So now I'm going to show you the process. Let me just start by sharing my screen, the entire screen. Can you see my screen clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. Now let's open up a new window. Let's search for Microsoft Office Online. Free Microsoft 365 Online, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Okay, so notice that the URL says Microsoft.com, so it's the legitimate Microsoft site. Okay, you don't need to be accessing URLs that don't direct to this web page. Okay, you need to verify that you're in the official Microsoft website, Microsoft.com. Okay, so now we have noticed that we have two options. Excuse me. Okay, now notice that we have two options: sign in and sign up for free. The sign in option is what you would click when you already have an account and you want to connect to that account. Okay, now let's assume that we do not have an account and we want to start from scratch. Okay, let's sign up for free. Okay, sign up. Now it takes me to this window, this tab. Okay, it takes me to this tab. Now I already have an account. Okay, so but for the sake of this lesson, let's create a new account using another email. Okay, so let's click on create a new account. Now let's enter my email. Okay, let's use the university's email at univ.bz. You can use your personal emails. Really the Okay, so basically, what we want to do is to create an online account in order for you to use Microsoft Office online. You don't need to install it on your computer. Okay, has all the same bells and whistles and features. Okay, this is a way. I mentioned it before. I believe I mentioned it before, but I haven't shown you how you can create an account and use it online. Okay, so here I went to the website, searched Microsoft Office online, and this is the result. The first link here we have free Microsoft 365 online, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Okay, notice that it is from Microsoft itself, www.microsoft.com. Okay, so we click on that link. We have two options now: sign in and sign up. What I told you is that sign in is what you click if you already have an account. Let's say we don't have an account, we want to create an account. Let's click on sign up for free. Okay, and now click on the plus sign, create a new account. Okay, it prompts you to enter an email. You can use a phone number instead. Let's say I want to use my university's email. Okay, at mac.com.tz. Okay. Now let's create a password. Let's go with this one. Next. Now I need to fill my first name and last name. Like so. Next, the country I was born in, Algeria. Let's give them my birth date, June the 22nd, 1997. Click on next. Now they would send an email to that exact email I used. Let's go. This is the email I'm using. So let's connect to this email. Let's go to Gmail. Notice that I have an email from Microsoft, okay, to verify my account. Verify your email address. To finish setting up your Microsoft account, we just need to make sure that this email address is yours. To verify your email address, use the security code. Let's copy the security code, 1350, okay? Control C. Now let's go back to this tab. Let's enter the code, which is 1350. Okay. No, I would not like information, tips, offers about Microsoft products and services. You may leave this checked if you want. Not a big deal. Okay. Now comes the worst part, or the most annoying part, which is to verify if you're a real person or not. Okay. Now you need to solve the puzzle. Okay. Use the arrows to move the person to the spot indicated by the cross. Okay. Mhm, mhm. This is it. Okay. Uh-huh. Let's go this one. Uh-huh. Okay, verification complete. Okay, let's exit out of this tab. Let's now click on the sign in button. Now that we have an account, let's enter our email, the email that we signed up with. Now we have our Microsoft account. Now I can use Microsoft Office inside my browser. Okay. So did everybody understand the steps necessary to create an account? Miss Ahlam, did you understand? If you have any questions about this process, just ask away. So nobody has any questions. Okay, so let's move on to how we can use Microsoft Office Online. Okay, we have the welcome screen. Welcome to Microsoft Office 365. Now we have shortcuts to the tools we need. We have more Microsoft Office tools. We don't need them. We need to focus only on these three, the three that we have already seen: Microsoft Word and Excel and PowerPoint. Now we have shortcuts as we can access them from these tabs here. Okay, so let's try and do a PowerPoint presentation or a Word document. Let's go with PowerPoint. Let's go with a presentation. Okay. Okay. Notice that it took us to a blank presentation. What we can do is to go to the Design tab or choose a style from these ones here. Let's go with this one. Let's add a title. For example, let's go with Microsoft Word. Let's go with the date. We can do anything here. Okay, let's we can pass between two modes. Viewing this is viewing mode is called a protective view. It doesn't let you edit anything in the document, just view it as is, in order for you to not make any unnecessary changes. You can pass to the editing mode in order to for you to edit your document. Okay, now here we have new slide. Just the layout is a bit different because it is Microsoft Office 365. I think it's based on the latest version of Office, which is Microsoft Office 2021. That's why it's different, to a bit different. It's not too different, but it is a bit different to the one we've practiced on. Okay, so we can do essentially the same stuff. Let's do a plan, a work plan. For example, we start by answering the question, what is work, and then the uses of work. For example, we can also insert animations and transitions, as I've shown you before. For example, we have a transition here. We can use animations also. Let's use animations. Let's move to the animations tab. Now, we can choose from these animations. Let's use a random bars animation. As for this, let's use the flying animation. Okay, now we can move on to the slideshow view by clicking on this button. Okay, notice the transition, and then we have our plan and the animation. The reason why these two elements appeared at the same time, because the animation was not applied to each element by itself. It was applied to this text box right here. That's why the animation was applied on both of them. Okay, we can click right here. Let's go to animations and click on none. The animation disappears. Okay, but notice if I select this element, lets me apply the animation to that single element. Okay, now this file, for example, we can click on the file tab and then we can save as. Now notice that because we are working online, save as saves a copy online. Okay, it saves a copy online for you. You can rename the file, or you can download a copy of this file to your computer. This is what we want to do. Okay, so let's download the copy. Your presentation is ready. Yes, download. Now we can open it using our program. Now we are no longer working online. Okay, notice that it opened in the protective view. Why? Because we can't edit anything. Now I'm trying to delete letters, but to no avail, because protected view is applied. Okay, be careful. Files from the internet can contain viruses. No, it doesn't, because it's from our own account and we created this presentation. Okay, so let's enable editing. Now it moves us this view. Okay, let's now we can apply animations as we've seen earlier. Okay, we can edit anything about this presentation. Let's go with this one, and that's the end of it. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is that you can use Microsoft Office totally free of charge, and um, it's legitimate, without piracy, without anything. Just you only need a web browser and an account. Okay, and I showed you how to create that account. Okay, I've shown you how to create that account. Now if you have any questions, please ask away. Miss Rizal, what point would you like me to repeat, please? Miss Rizal, are you here? How to make titles appear one by one. The titles. What do you mean the titles? The bullet points that we've used here? Yes. Oh, okay, okay. I can. So now let's go with this one. Let's delete this one. Let's insert a text box. Let's go. So are you talking about, oh, the animations one online? You mean online? Okay. So if you can't, like here, we can't select a single element and then do the animations. What I've done here is I've inserted multiple text boxes like so. The text boxes, insert, and then text box, okay, and then we go to the home tab, and let's do a bulleted library. Okay, we can choose the style we want. Okay, let's go with these pointers. Now, for example, let's go with the uses of Microsoft Word. Okay, uses of Word, and now I can apply the animations one by one to each text box. Fly in animation. Let's select the second text box. Let's use a fly in animation, and now the third one. For example, let's edit this. How do you work? Okay, now let's see how this comes up. Notice that I applied the animations on the three elements, but without being able to do it automatically as in regular PowerPoint. Okay, um, you can work around anything really. Now, do you understand how I did it? Miss Benali, do you get it now? So, do any of you have any further questions about the use of online Microsoft Office? Oh, please rephrase your question. If you want to speak, you can just activate your microphone and talk. Oh, you mean one by one while we are explaining? Yes. So the animations. Look here. Let's go to this tab. For example, let's insert. Let's go with true. Small word. Okay, let's insert. some animations. Let's fly in. Yes. And then this one. Fly in. Okay. Now, if we use Shift F5, notice that now, for example, let me try to play like I'm presenting this work. Okay. Now we move on to our plan, the plan of this presentation. First, now if I didn't click the arrow on my keyboard, nothing would be displayed on screen. Okay, so I would be stuck at this screen plan. I can go rambling on and on as long as I want. Now when I'm finished presenting this plan or talking in general about the plan, now I should move on to the contents of the plan. Okay, so first we're gonna see a definition of Microsoft Word. We're going to see what is Word, how it was created, who created it, etc. Okay. Now, when I click the arrow on my keyboard, it displays the second element. Okay. Now, next we're going to speak about the uses of Microsoft Word. Um, the academic uses and business uses, it is and on and on. When I'm finished talking about this point, I click on the arrow of my key on my keyboard again, and it displays the third point. Okay, how to install Word. Next, we move on how to install Microsoft Word on our computers. I think this was your question. If you want to apply the animations to all pages at once, um, yes, you can. For example, let's bring up, let's see, let's open the presentation that we've seen last time. Okay, now we can, okay, now if you wanna apply the animations, it is easy. It is just easy. You can't apply everything, uh, uh, every animation you've seen to every page. Why? Because the content of each slide is different. Now one trick you can do is to copy. If you have, for example, the same type of slide, let's say I want to copy this one. You can copy everything like so. Let's copy this one, Control C. Let's use Control C. Now let's create a new slide, a new blank slide. Okay, let's paste everything here. Okay, notice that everything came with its animation intact. Now you can change the content. Let's speak about, for example, you can change the content itself. Edit the content. Notice now you can also edit this content. For example, let's do Shift F5 to see the result. Okay, the animations were copied along with the text box. Okay, this is a way for us to be able to copy the animations to the other slide. But it's just a trick. It's just a trick in order for you to avoid complex editing. Okay, but uh, to apply animation, it's better to apply every animation to its respective element. Okay, it's better that way. But you can do this trick if you wanna, let's say, use a shortcut to gain time or whatever. Okay. So does anybody have any other questions? So now I wanna uh, give you pointers, some pointers about not about Microsoft Office, about some general stuff about computers. Now, Microsoft Windows has many features. Do you remember the keyboard shortcuts that we've talked about? You can use them essentially not only in Microsoft Word but all throughout Windows. Okay, so so even inside your browser, let's say now if for example you're writing a Word document or anything. Okay, let's go with this presentation. Okay, let's say that we want to find a particular word or a particular expression inside the document. What keyboard shortcut should we use? Control plus F. Okay, now this brings up this window called find. Find what? Okay, now we should write the expression we're trying to find here. Okay, now you have multiple options. Okay, match case. What does it mean? For example, if I want to find the word problem, match case meaning that it should match the case. If the word starts with an uppercase, if the word I've written starts with an uppercase, but there is a similar word that starts with lowercase, it wouldn't appear in the search. Okay, let's for example search for problems, but with a lowercase. Find next. We couldn't find what you were looking for because I clicked on match case. It couldn't find the word problem with a lowercase. Okay, but let's try this one with an uppercase, and it highlighted this word problems. Okay, because the P is an uppercase letter, and here too the P is an uppercase letter. But if we don't use match case, we can write problems like so, and it would highlight this word because we didn't give it an additional criteria, which is to match cases. Okay, um, we have the control F. You can also use this in your browser. I don't know, maybe for example let's use it to find a particular word on this email. Okay, control F. You can type the word here. For example, let's search for forward. Notice that it works on real time, in real time. Forward. We can find words in documents, in web pages, doesn't matter where. Okay. So we have control F to find control F. It was control F. Control F lets you find any word in any document or web page or in Windows. It works in Windows. I think it works in other systems as well. I'm not sure, but you can use it to find expressions, especially in long PDF documents. Let's say you're writing a memoir and you don't remember where you've spoken uh, about a certain aspect in your memoir, but you remember the particular expression. You should use Control F, and then you write the first word of the expression, and then it takes you to the results. Okay. If it has multiple results, it highlights the first one, and you can use arrows that appear here. These two arrows, they're blacked out because we haven't written anything. For example, let's search for the word Microsoft. It is repeated more than once in this email. Okay, let's go with Microsoft. Okay, notice now if I click on this down arrow, now it highlights the second use of this Microsoft account, of this Microsoft word, the third one, the fourth one. Okay, this word appeared 4 times. Notice, for example, if I have a large document, the words can be repeated over 20 times. So when you write a word, maybe it would take you to page 4, but it isn't you didn't find what you were looking for. You just have to click the arrow. It takes you to the result, the next mention of the word that you typed, and you essentially you keep clicking the arrow until you arrive at the expression that you were looking for. Okay. So do you understand now the usefulness of this shortcut? Control plus F. Yes. Do not the shortcut. How do shortcuts work? You click, and you press on Control, and then you click on the key while maintaining your grip on the Control key. Okay. Control. You don't press Control and then press F. You press Control, you keep your finger on the Control key, and then you press F. Okay. Now, for example, let's search for a word. Okay. It didn't find the word here because this searches only this part of the web page. Okay. But for example, let's open an example on a memoir. For example, let's go with Okay, let's for example search for transport. Okay, let me now let's go with 56 times. Notice that here in Adobe Acrobat Reader it gave me multiple results. Transport was mentioned 56 times in this document, transportation 17 times, transported 1 time. Okay, so let's go with the next mention here. Transportation, multiple mentions of transportation in this document, and you cycle through the document until I reach the desired expression that I was looking for. Okay, it's really useful. It saves you a lot of time in instead of looking manually and reading the whole document. If you remember a certain keyword or certain keywords, you can find your desired expressions through the control F shortcut. Okay, so here you can use in Adobe Acrobat Reader, you can use this icon to find text, or you can use the control plus F shortcut. Okay, do you guys have any questions? We have control F. We've seen also control. Let's see, for example, control C. Let's for example do control C, which is the same as right clicking and clicking on copy. Then let's try and copy this document here. We can either copy it so like so, right clicking and then clicking paste. Okay, let's delete it now. We can also use the shortcut control plus V and it's copied. Okay, now let's try to cut these elements from the desktop. Notice that the color of the selected items faded just here, because I've used the Control X shortcut, which is a shortcut for cut. Now, what this does, it displaces these items to the desired place. So now these items are going to disappear from the desktop and go to whichever destination I choose. Let's go with this one. Okay, paste. Now you can't find these items in the desktop. Okay, same thing. I believe we've tried this shortcut in the first sessions on Microsoft Word. Okay, so they apply on Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, on the desktop, on any file. Usually these shortcuts are universal. Okay, universal. um, the control S also, we have control S. We can do control S, works for a variety of file types. Let's go for example to pictures. Let's for example let's edit this image. Let's edit this image. Now we're gonna do simple image editing. Let's just change the rotation example. And now let's use the shortcut Control S. Control S is a shortcut for save as. Now we're gonna change the name and let's save it as a PNG. Okay, now it is saved here, the image that we now if we click the three dots, save as brings up the same window as the shortcut Control S. Okay, so these shortcuts are universal. Now notice that when you click it, when you hover over an option, it either writes the shortcut or it gives you a hint containing the shortcut that does the same, essentially the same job as clicking on the option. Okay, here save as Control S, print Control plus P, copy Control plus C, copy as path. You don't need to know this, but the essentials are Control plus P to print, Control plus X to cut, Control plus C to copy, Control plus V to paste, and Control plus F to find. These are the essential shortcuts that you should know. Once you use them for enough times, you would get used to them, and it would become essentially second nature to you. Okay, yeah. Now, do you guys have any questions? No questions so far? So for those of you that came a bit late to this lesson, I'm gonna upload this video right away to YouTube, to the channel I created. You can watch the first part of the video to figure out how to create an account for you to use Microsoft Office free of charge online. Okay. Um, if you have any questions, please. If not, then you're free to go. Before you go, about the assignments I've told you about, I'm gonna give you an assignment to do, but it's not due until after the exam. So you have time to prepare for your exams, and after the exams are done, you can start on the assignments. They wouldn't be particularly hard assignments. They would be easy, and an easy way for you to earn extra marks. Okay, so if you guys don't have any questions, then I'll leave you now. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.